I'm George Michael.
And I'm Joe Theismann.
And we'd like to invite you to join us Sunday morning for Joe Theismann's Redskin Report.
It'll be on at 11 o'clock, and on this show, we're going to take a look at what Dave Butts does in the off-season, as well as in his spare time, and our special guest will be Mike Nelms.
Mike Nelms, most exciting kick return man in all of football. Join us Sunday morning at 11 a.m. for
the Joe Theismann Redskin Report.
Gotta go for it, and we promise you'll get it.
UN out of US will mark us last Sunday morning, 11:30.
Teams from Churchill, Mount Vernon, and Northwestern on It's Academic! Hit it!
It's Academic. Brought to you by Giant Food. Giant, the quality food people. Quality you can count on, value you can trust from the people who care. And by the Pants Corral. The Pants Corral for all your fashion needs, featuring Levi's for guys, gals, and kids.
Thank you very much, everybody, especially our friends here in the studio audience. Sensational. Welcome to the first program in our 23rd season of It's Academic. And once again, I say thanks very much to parents and teachers for their cooperation with us through all these years. Let's get right going here in our 83-84 season. Team number 1 is Winston Churchill High School in Potomac, Maryland. Here for Churchill is Marty Del Vecchio. Marty?
Yes, I'm a 17-year-old senior at Churchill, captain of the golf team, national merit semifinalist, and treasurer of the senior class, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the band, the cheerleaders, and everyone from Churchill who came out to support us.
All right, Marty. And the captain of the team is Julia Dubner. Julia.
I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'm an editor on our school paper, The Observer, and a national merit semifinalist. And we would like to thank our sponsor, Mrs. Dybel, our manager, Amy Levin, and our mascot, Clyde the Bulldog, for all of their help.
Okay, Julia. Anchoring the team is Paul Malone. Paul?
Hi, my name is Paul Malone. I'm a 16-year-old junior. I'm a photographer on our yearbook, Finest Hours. I'm an ice hockey player. I'm currently starting my own small business, and I'd like to thank our alternates, Andy Shore, Erica Schulman, and Charlene Huang.
What's the small business, Paul?
I market a security device for electronic equipment.
All right, how do people get in touch with you? At the school? Okay, Paul. Paul Malone at Churchill. And in the audience, the Churchill pep band led by the mysterious Kevin Doherty. Stand up there, Kevin. Thank you all very much. Churchill, take a look at your screens, and here's number 1. Each question answered correctly worth 20. An anagram question saying lend erg. An erg is a unit of work in physics, and by doing a bit of work, you can rearrange the letters shown here to name what monster who wreaks havoc in the epic poem Beowulf.
Grendel.
That's right. Now, though different in meaning, these words all stem from the Latin word pedester, which identifies what part of the human body.
Foot.
That's it. Now, single answer. If a Roman general were ambushed by these 3 tribes, he'd know that he was in what area of ancient Europe that Julius Caesar said was divided into 3 parts.
Gaul.
That's right. Gallia Est, you remember all that. Revolutionary War patriots, John of Massachusetts and Charles of Maryland, could write in what 2 different last names here, just as they did on the Declaration of Independence.
Hancock.
And Charles Carroll of Carrollton was the other one. Now, of these 3 vice presidents, which one, after leaving office, took up arms against the United States in 1862?
Breckinridge.
That's right, of the Confederacy. Now, the quotation, the rarest quality in an epitaph is truth. This cynical view of tombstone inscriptions was written by what American transcendentalist, whose own epitaph might have read, he did odd jobs and tried to live simply at Walden Park.
Thoreau.
All right, so your score, Churchill, is, well, it will stay at 120 after your part of the round. Nice work. Winston Churchill, Potomac, Maryland. Now, also on our first program in 1983, Mount Vernon High School. Mount Vernon. Old Mount Vernon Road, Alexandria. It's a Fairfax County school. Here is Mary Barber. Mary?
I'm a 17-year-old senior at Mount Vernon High School and a National Merit semifinalist and member of the National Honor Society.
Nice work, Mary. And here's the captain of the team, Aaron Nix.
I'm a 17-year-old senior at Mount Vernon. I'm captain of the drill team and National Merit semifinalist. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Eleanor Landgrave, and all our terrific MV supporters out there.
All right, and you're a survivor of last year's team, Aaron. I know. Welcome back. Here's another rookie on this year's team, David Porcaro. David?
Hi, I'm David Porcaro, a 17-year-old senior. I'm the president of the French Honor Society, president of the Latin Honor Society, a member of the National Honor Society, and I love the marching band.
You're a politician, too. Nice work, David. Here's question number 1 for you. Look at your screen. This phrase might suggest a group therapy session, but the letters can be rearranged to name what oyster-loving workman who is paired with a walrus in a poem by Lewis Carroll.
Carpenter.
That's right. Now, these 3 words stem from the Latin word filius, which denotes what sort of family relation?
Son.
That's right. Now, these are the names of 2 states and also the names of 2 counties in what Midwestern state whose natives are, for some mysterious reason, called Hoosiers? Well, it's back home again in Indiana. Now, you can fill in the blanks here with what 2 words to name the Greek sorceress who turned men into swine and the Roman goddess concerned with fruits, vegetables, and grain.
Circe and Ceres.
That's right, Circe, Ceres. Were she on today's scene, which of these women would most appropriately take up the currently hot issue of public education, a major concern of hers?
Willa Cather.
No, it was Emma Willard, so no points there. The quotation, "Ah, that tastes nice." Thank you. These words might be a diner's approval of a newly opened bottle of wine, but they are in fact the last words of what German romantic composer who wrote 4 symphonies and a famous lullaby?
Brahms.
That's right. So Mount Vernon has 100 at the end of their part of the round. 100. Here is the team from Northwestern High School, Adelphi Road, Hyattsville, Prince George's County, Fred Locklear. Fred, welcome back.
I'm a 16-year-old senior, a member of National Honor Society, Drama Club, and I'd like to thank the band for coming out and also the alternates, Kelly Burgess, Phil Droege, and Karen Morrison.
All right, it's an all-veteran team here at Northwestern. Jane Meeks is back. Jane.
Hi, I'm a 16-year-old senior, a National Merit semifinalist, and a member of the National Honor Society, the Drama Club, the SGA, and AFS. And I want to thank our sponsors, Miss Reeder and Mr. Warshaw, as well as everyone who came out to support us today.
And here's John Steinbach. John.
I'm a 16-year-old senior, member of the National Honor Society, and vice president of National Art Honor Society, and member of the German Club.
What was that? Vice president of what society?
National Art Honor Society.
Art Honor. All right, good. All right, good, John.
I'd like to thank Miss Burr and the cheerleaders and Miss Leandra and the pom-poms.
Okay, John. And in the audience is the principal of Northwestern, Mr. Luther Fennell. Please stand up, Mr. Fennell. Thank you very much. And Lou Scarcy and the Northwestern band are with us today. Here's number 1 for you, Northwestern. This phrase might suggest a foot ailment, but the letters can be rearranged to name what constellation a group of stars portrayed on the national flags of Australia and New Zealand.
Southern Cross.
The Southern Cross. All 3 of these words stem from the Latin veritas, which is best defined by what English word that poet John Keats equated with beauty.
Truth.
Yes. These were Confederate forts that protected the entrance to what bay in Alabama, captured by Admiral Farragut in 1864.
Mobile.
That's right. By filling in the short lines, you can produce the bylines of what 2 influential American journalists, what poet and critic whose first names were William Cullen, and what yellow press publisher whose first names were William Randolph.
Bryant and Hearst.
That's right. The name of our first space shuttle was Columbia. That name was also shared by the first American ship to sail around the world in the 1780s, with which of these men at her helm?
Byrd.
Robert Gray. I'm sorry, no points on that one. What you don't want done to yourself, don't do to others. This negative formulation of the Golden Rule doesn't come from the Bible, but from the writings of what Chinese wise man whose teachings have lasted 25 centuries.
Confucius.
That's right. 120 for Northwestern, the end of round 1. Each year on its academic giant food awards more than 100 scholarships to help deserving students continue their education. At the end of our show today, 3 guests from Giant will do the honors, and here they are. Tracy Dorsey, hey, and they're all surrounded by cheerleaders. Tracy Dorsey, Kim Levine, and Rosie Hunter will present awards to our school.